like what you are saying is mostly rubbish. Just rubbish. Again, you are just talking nonsense. It's like
so political violence in Bangladesh
like
is social. That's allowed.
You have to allow me to talk. Otherwise, you are only talking and you are not allowing me to talk to complete my sentence.
Is Munni Saha a journalist in Bangladesh? Was she harassed by a mob on the streets? Was that harassment caught on camera? That a mob harasses a journalist, so you want us to send journalists from India who will be harassed when you're unable to protect your journalists there just because they're Hindus?
Again, you are just talking nonsense. She was not harassed because she was not like a pop. Just caught her and just handed her over to police because she was one of those journalists who was accused of like enabling the previous corrupt government of Sheikh Hasina. That's why, like, but we haven't arrested him. She arrested her. She is back. She is at her home. That's it. Again, I'm telling you, like,
mob rules Bangladesh. Mob tells Muhammad Yunus's administration, Professor Muhammad Yunus's administration what to do. You accuse me of industrial level, you accuse Indian channels of industrial level misinformation. But I'm giving you information that comes from newspapers in Bangladesh. And I want to quote to you at least 50 teachers who are Hindus have been forced to resign. Police personnel who are Hindus who've been forced to resign. And I want to quote, for example, there is this name of principal of Haldar College, and the name is Shukla Rani Haldar. Was she or was she not made to resign? I'm quoting Bangladeshi media.
Again, we like at least 50. I don't know. Where did you get the news? We haven't.
Prothom, your newspapers are not. This is information that's come from Bangladesh.
We haven't we don't have this kind of information. Again, I would.
Should you make an attempt to find out?
Like I asked Mr. Sawant, why don't you send and come and check all this news about the teachers? Why you come? You send your people and go to all these teachers who are allegedly sacked, allegedly forced to retire. That's it. Like what
it's caught on camera. It's caught on camera. It's been put out on television. Like I'm sorry. One would have expected somebody like Professor Muhammad Yunus, who's a Nobel laureate, who's fated across the world. Somebody like him should at least make an effort. You or the administration should make an effort to find out. If you're saying that you don't know about this, and if we are aware of this, and if it's there in your newspapers, should you not at least make the effort to find out?
Like we have checked. And we have checked some of the alleged violence, and we have seen that some of this violence is linked to political retribution, nothing to do with religious or communal hatred, nothing to do with this. So you are like
political violence in Bangladesh is social. That's allowed.
You have to allow me to talk. Otherwise, you are only talking, and you are not allowing me to talk to complete my sentence.
Go on, sir.
What you are like, what we can tell you is that Hindus and all minorities, everyone is protected here. We during the Durga Puja, we made sure that Hindus can celebrate Durga Puja with the best security, and it was like there were 32,000 mandop, Puja mandop was there, and there was not a single attack, not a single attack. And then we gave magistracy power to military so that they can protect they can prevent any incidents of violence. So,
and there are multiple instances of Hindus, including those in the custody of the armed forces, who are being assaulted. My only question is, ever since the ouster of Sheikh Hasina, are Hindus being targeted because they may be perceived, they may have been perceived to be voters of a party? But be that as it may, why target Hindus 3 months down the line? August, September, October, November. Now it's December. The temples continue to be burnt. Are you saying temples are no longer being burnt? Because I want to quote to you another report, and this has come from the British Parliament. In the British Parliament, you have a British member of Parliament who said there have been more than 2,000 incidents of violence, mostly against Hindus, and he's blamed the Jamaat-e-Islami. Now, my question to you is, Nobel laureate Professor Muhammad Yunus, is he unwilling or unable to control these radical Islamists?
Look, you are just making your own conclusion. This is far from truth. It's an activist government. It's a secular government. It's nothing to do with any Islamist. Like you are imagining these things. And the British parliamentarian who is quoting this report is quoting the report of Bangladesh Hindu Buddha Christian Council, and that report has been found to be untrue. The Netro News, which is a country's leading investigative website, checked every single death of the report that done by this council, and they found that in almost every case this incident happened due to personal or political reason, nothing to do with religious motivation. And you are talking about like this incident,
it's
but the
personal,
same,
but in each case it is a Hindu or a minority being targeted by the majority Muslim.
You have to allow me to complete my sentence. This same group in July said that between July 2023 and June 2024, 45 minority members, mostly Hindus, 95% of them were Hindus, were killed. And not a single, because it happened in Hasina's time, there is not a single report from your end, not a single report from any Indian media, not a single report from any other, like your diaspora group. No one in the British Parliament raised this issue because it's you tolerated Hasina. Hasina's time saw some of the worst
equally appalling if it was happening in Sheikh Hasina's time. My point is, why would it be considered okay
Hindus
in Bangladesh for Hindus to be killed? How is it okay? Even if it's happening in Hasina's times, and you say, okay, it happened in her times, it's happening now, it's political.
No, we believe in human rights. We believe every human rights is precious, and we are working to that end. And we do, like what you are saying is mostly rubbish. Just rubbish.
You may consider it rubbish, but I don't think loss of life of Hindus is rubbish. I don't think, and I seriously, would be very disappointed if you as
Hindus'
advisor
lives
to Bangladesh Administrator Professor Muhammad Yunus, who's the Nobel laureate, considers ISKCON, International Society of Krishna Consciousness, if your Attorney General finds it to be a dubious organization, and you think, it's okay. I think that's very disappointing, sir.
Have we banned ISKCON? Have we done anything to them? We have protected all their, we have sent troops to guard all the all the ISKCON temples. You ask the ISKCON leaders here. We think we are here to establish the human rights of every human being.